So we finally got our electrical installation complete. Everything apart from the connections to the battery. As you can see, they're quite large. We are just waiting for a battery monitoring system, so that's a VMS, and that will allow us to monitor the battery in all its modes, whether it's charging or not charging, and where it's charging from. So we've got quite a lot in this area. I've just put up the framework for the worktop, so we're just arranging that at the moment, seeing where we're going to put the worktop, what height it's going to be, what size it is. So we're making a bit of progress today, which is always good. So our worktop is going to be furniture board. It's laminate. We will be putting an edging strip on the edge, but as you can see, it's white. What you may be able to see, not sure, is the metallic top that we've got on this. Now, we used the black metallic on the walls, but what we're going to be using is this black metallic, this white metallic on our worktops. So my first thing is to get the tape measured out, measure out our length and our width, and then, so I'll nip out of the van, see what the measurements are, and then we'll start marking out. So we've got his measurement. We're going to about 41 inch. Basically what I'm going to do is I'm mark it on the reverse. So the easiest way to do this is obviously a marker. Right, so we've got a first mark there. Need to make sure it's square. And that's going to be our first cut. So that's what we're going to be doing now. We're going to use the track saw because that's a lot easier. We'll line up the track saw with that cut. We'll adjust the depth, so we are only cutting through this section. As you can probably see, we've already cut through on the bottom sections of our worktop. Not too bothered about that. Now we're ready to cut. So we throw through it once to get us line. We're just going to drop the blade a little bit more now to get through that laminate. So using a track saw means we've got a nice clean cut. What we have done is we've put masking tape on to make sure that it doesn't splinter, and any splinter we get is on the reverse side of it. Occasionally it will splinter, but we're putting an edge on anyway, so usually if we can keep that splinter to the bottom we shouldn't have too much of a problem. So we're going to trial fit this and see where it goes. Going to take a quick look at this. A little bit bigger than we thought. I thought it would be about half size of this. It's a double one. Got settings on the front and for each hob. It's a Sterling power induction hob, so obviously we've got to run it like you would do another induction hob. The only drawback is, at the moment, is it came with a damaged plug. So first thing we're going to be doing is replacing that plug. We'll try it inside and make sure it works, and then we'll move into the install of this into the camper. Try and get this in. So if I go through all there again. At that point, if I'll join, no, I'm going to say, well, hold that end if you want. I'll join that one up.
I didn't want it to break.
No, well, I didn't want it to break either. I could do it running that way, really. That corner in, there we go. Very close to being. I think that must have got it, that. Yeah, it does. That gate's gone again.
That's it, isn't it?
Yeah. Little spaces in there.
Yes.
Well, at least we've got us all fit out for as cooker. Can you pull that there towards you a bit? Stretch it a little bit. Is it gone on that side?
Yeah.
We need to cut that off.
Yeah. Basically put some tape around it. Well, it sets
What it says.
24 hours, isn't it?
Is it?
Ah.
Managed to get a bit of rope on that, can you? So at least the edging strips held on. And hopefully it'll stop on and we'll get it in place. So we've just been connecting our battery up. So under here we've got our battery terminals connected. The good thing about these batteries is that you have an on and off button. So as long as it's in the off position there's no power anywhere. And we've just been making a shelving unit that goes in there. Probably going to have to put a rib at the back to stop things falling back. But we've made the shelving so that we can put something in the bottom, obviously nothing at that side, and then we've got opportunities to put boxes and things in the top that won't interfere with the electrics. Next thing we're going to be doing is we're going to have a large sliding larder unit. So we've been putting on the adjustable slides, and these will hold quite a bit of weight, but we are just marking these up on the other section, and we're going to try and endeavour to get them straight so that we can start assembling our larder unit, or rather I should say building the larder unit. So another part of the project is going to be a sliding unit that's going to come in and out of this section here. We've been putting on the sliding brackets. Oh, there we go. So that will enable us to slide our cupboard out. Don't know if you can get the idea there. So we've got 3 sliders in position in between there, and we're just making out a cupboard that will slide out on the sliders. So that's going to be our slide out pantry. Taking a little bit longer than we thought because there's quite a lot of measuring, and we've got to make it exact to the hole that we've got available. And as you can see, there's not a lot of space there. It works out internal space is going to be about 11 inches, but that's going to be enough to get some things in the pantry. So one thing we have been doing over the past couple of days is working out on a larder unit. It's going to be a pull out larder unit. We've got his runners in place already. We've been making this framework, so now we're going to complete, I think today, the rest of the framework, put the sides in, and then we've got some storage there for, I don't know at the moment to be honest, but we've got some storage there for items in the larder. So our larder unit's going to be able to pull and push out. It will go all the way back, and once it's in position we're going to have a fascia plate on the front that matches the rest. So hopefully what we're going to be doing is having it a lockable one, so it locks in position so that when we're driving it's not going to move around, and then obviously we can unlock it at some point and bring it out for items to be kept. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to have it so that we can get things from this side into there, or alternatively if we're in the back then obviously we're going to have access from this side. So that's going to be on runners. We've already placed the runners on the van themselves, so it fits nice and snug. It functions, or it should function as it should, that is if, but that's one project that we're going to be completing hopefully today, and hopefully fitting it today, but we'll see how we go. So we've been working on the larder unit. We've now got this installed, the framework's being painted and it comes out quite easily on the runners, won't move around too much, and it'll allow us for storage for things that will go in the larder unit. We've still got the back and the front to put on, but once these are in place that will finish off this complete area. So once we've got our front on, we'll be attaching a handle here which will give us something to pull on to get the unit in and out. We don't want something that's going to stick out too much, otherwise when we walk past we'll be catching it. So something quite smooth and restrained, I would say, so that we can get that in and out, get to his items on our shelves, and obviously once we've done we'll better put it and retract it back into there. It is a bit firm to move in and out on the runners, but we still, so even though it's quite decent for coming in and out, we can pull that quite easily, we still think we're going to have to put some kind of locking mechanism at the top, so that when we are moving it's not going to come out on its own when we go round a bend. That would not be good. So some kind of lock at the top, I think. We don't want something at the front. I think something hidden, something that's not often seen, or we've got to look for it. So that's another thing that we're going to be doing after we put the front on. So we've now got the first bit of our front bit of our larder unit in place. So that allows us to bring that out so we can get to any items that we've got in our larder. Just going to paint that one up, so that's out of the way, and obviously we need a handle for that. On the other side we've made our wall, which will be at the side of our sink unit. Inside here we're going to be having shelving and drawers. So I've made a bit of progress today. There we go. So guys, as usual, if you like what you see, and if you want to give us a thumbs up and follow us or subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.